past. It threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expended remarks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send them home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line and initial it twice.
Hello, I am Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade and PAX. I am also a Minifus Hereward Drawn, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated, but today I'm playing a new game with my friends, specifically these friends, roll call incoming, plus special, rich, characterful information. Hold on to your ass. To my right, at least traditionally speaking, to my right, Douglas the Blitzer Blitzen, and your favorite song is...
You're the Best by Joel Esposito.
Perfect. Line that up. Get that playlist going in the Sportify.
Look at this. What?
Whoa, he's threatening me.
What are you doing?
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
It's like data moshing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Lacrosse is a lot more skillful than I thought it was.
It is. And the balls are much larger than I expected.
Pass me the lacrosse rock.
Now, to the right of my right, in the traditional sense, is, of course, Danny Grass. Now, Danny Grass, what is your favorite song?
My favorite song is a new favorite, and it is Queen's I Want to Break Free.
Ooh, very nice. Now, to my left, in the traditional context, of course, Rosie B. Stinger. Now, Rosie, what is your favorite song?
My favorite song is Every Breath You Take by The Police.
You seem young for it. To the left of my left, in the traditional context, of course, is Chris Straub, direct, the uncut product. What is your favorite song?
I'm a big fan of anything that my dad used to listen to, but particularly Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra.
Very nice. Very nice.
Dude.
It's too real.
It's rough.
You suggested that it was therapeutic, but I guess
not,
we'll see.
Though. It's anti-therapy. It's damaging.
No, it's like, it is. It's like The Constant, where it's the information that allows you to create a therapeutic plan by revealing the extent of the damage.
Right. Yes.
So there's a lot of old wood in here.
We're building backwards. Yeah.
Exactly right. I had to read a lot about math for this. Now, so when last we saw our heroes, they had so recently succeeded at Dolores Droma's most recent task that they had been set. And of course, keep in mind that this is all in keeping with Minnie Drawn's incredible public-private partnership, the C Team. The entire purpose of which is to take these borderline youths and show them that success does come from within.
One C. I got one C.
Whatever you did to trip this algorithm, it set you on a path, young lady. So the next up, obviously, the very, very first part of this process, it's in sort of a Karate Kid vein. There's a physical labor aspect to this improvement, apparently. And it has been... it has resulted in the leftmost side of the 7-Eleven that is nearest to Northwood Junior High, having a fresh coat of paint on there. That being said, it does appear, or it did appear initially perhaps, that Chris Straub, in his zeal to clean it, did in fact introduce a little bit of paint onto his prized jacket. At any rate, that's what it seemed. This paint was still there. It had already dried long before this excursion. That means two things. One, it means there's paint in there. Getting weird, Chris. You got to reel it back in. There's paint in there. That's the first thing. The second thing it means is that you did a great job on the wall. And so I want to take an opportunity to really just to recognize it, identify
Yeah,
it.
the wall does all the work. I gotta thank everybody who
I gotta think the wall.
the mop, the water, of course. Water.
It's a team effort. It's a team effort.
Don't get enough credit in these sorts of things,
Is
Give it
the
up on the surface.
yeah is the paint that's dried on the inside of my jacket? Is it the same color, different color? You said it's been for a long time now.
It is not the same color as this. It looks like it might be a gray. But as you turn the jacket in the light, it seems like there might be a little sparkle, a little particulate maybe in that mix that gives it a shine like silver.
No one else cares about my stains, I assume.
I am surprised.
To the group. You haven't noticed anything different?
I'm as surprised as anyone.
Have you ever heard of deodorant? Oh my God. Please close
Yes,
Oh, that beam.
I'm wearing it.
Way to paint, God boy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, like it's such a throwaway comment from you, but I take it to heart. Like, thanks.
Yeah,
hey, thanks.
I'm a child of God. We're all children of God. Now, so this being said, the bus stop is again only a couple short blocks away. This is an interesting opportunity for anyone who wants to set a scene, if they would like to, on the walk back, waiting at the stop. If someone has something some juice they want to throw in. If they don't, of course, I know exactly where the adventure goes from here. It's all written down in my notes. We can just
want to go ahead
continue.
And let you guys know. Anytime Jerry says, "Does anyone want to set a scene?" I always want to set a scene. So when are you getting here? Or else I'm just gonna dominate every opportunity.
No, but honestly, that's in character. Like that's why it's okay.
Sure.
It's in character for Kate and for Rosie.
Yeah. So if you all you have to do is put that seed crystal in there, and then everybody gets to play.
I'm just saying the answer to your question, does anyone want to set a scene, Jerry?
Is yes.
Always yes, but somebody else needs to. I will be the common denominator.
Or you'll do it. So awesome.
It's a threat.
I'll just do it. Anyway.
How about this? As we're standing at the bus stop.
You are indeed.
I am like now kind of in a more labored way, trying to scratch off this paint, and I don't know why it got on me or where it dried. But also on my inside pocket, there's a stirring, and I'm not being clandestine about this. And then a little forked tongue pops up.
Oh, to scent the air.
Little tiny, and I think, oh God, I forgot to take him out. Shit, it's just with me today.
Hold on, am I to discern from this, Mr. Straub, that you have a what do they call that? A service snake? A comfort snake?
Yeah, he's got a little vest. Illegible at that size, but you recognize the colors.
Absolutely. Now, describe the patterning of this serpent.
This is a pretty standard, like a garter snake.
Mm-hmm.
So like
that's what I figured.
Yeah, I think they have, what is it? They're like real dark green, and then they have like a yellow line.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of garter snakes. There's so many cool kinds, and honestly, this is exactly the right place too. I remember certainly as a child in this context seeking out the red racer. That was an especially cool kind of snake.
Wow.
But there's a few snakes that have
the
different
man
patterns.
knows his snakes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm no stranger to the serpent. Let's be clear on this point.
Has anyone seen?
What's the coloring? Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody see this as I adjust my snake?
I definitely see it.
Oh God, the worst.
I'm always watching.
I just put it back, and then I pretend like I don't notice that you.
Without like thinking, being conscious of my actions, I see this happen, and I kind of leap over, and I say, "Oh my God, do you have a snake? I have a pet lizard. Are you like a reptile person? This is so cool. Oh my God, my pet lizard. He's at home, but his name is Sebastian, and he's just and I realize that I'm like talking to the weirdo.
Oh, it's too humanizing.
No.
Yeah.
And there's a moment where I just trail off, and I'm completely frozen. Like I don't walk away, but I trail off as I realize the enthusiasm that I've just exposed is completely out of character. And I have no idea how to regain the social position that I've lost.
I say, wow, I had you pegged for a horse girl, not a gecko girl, but that's pretty cool.
Oh no.
They're cool, right? Like
Yeah.
they're very genuine. They're cool, right? I've had this one for about 6 months.
Oh no, you're still going.
But because Chris is being so open and welcoming to me that I'm like, oh, he's not judging me for being a nerd right now.
Yeah.
And because I'm talking about like not me, but just something that's interesting and cool, I can be calm about describing. It's just like, it's neat to have.
Do you open it back up so I can see him again?
Yeah, like I open back up him now that it's obvious. It's like, and the little tongue sticking out because he's.
Oh my God, is he a service snake?
What?
I wanted the best to be real.
God,
Damn it.
No, like I don't. It's like, no, he's my pet snake, and sometimes he gets out, and I didn't like. Obviously, I wouldn't bring a snake with me because that's weird.
No, it's cool. What's his name?
His name's Legati.
Legati.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like Lord of the Rings or something?
Yeah. What's your lizard's name?
His name is Sebastian. It's a family name. And he's got quite the attitude, I can tell you. He's just got so much. You would not imagine it as a personality trait, but they're just so funny. They're just funny, and I love them so much. I can't wait. I want a whole collection of reptiles someday, don't you?
This one's a handful, so I'm not sure about that, but that's pretty cool. Like suddenly I realized that, is this an actual connection or am I being pumped for data? So that will later, like, I'll find his head in my bed.
You'd have to look for a while. Like that's the thing. That's the cutting off a garter snake's head as a message is very ambiguous. It's like it's
a Princess and the Pea situation.
Yeah,
that's rough. I thought he was off. His head was missing. It's not his lively self.
Yeah, it is very unclear whether Rosie's enthusiasm here is a veiled threat.
Oh,
man. I at that point, like now I'm realizing it's too much. Yeah, she shouldn't be here as an accident. So that's something I got to deal with.
Okay. Oh, and I was actually Rosie was actually having a genuine connection because she realized like she could be a nerd with this dude and wouldn't get made fun of. And then he cuts her off, and so she like clams up all over again. She's like, "Well, whatever. It's too small anyway. It's stupid small snake.
It's average size snake."
I turned back to the bus stop. It's too small.
You're good size for a garter snake. You're young yet. You will grow.
Oh, here. So, but I want to make sure the information about what's happening in the environment is all retained here. So this bus is pulling up, and as the air brakes are squeaking with the effort of its deceleration, that is when you turn around, Rosie, and say like, whatever, it's a small snake, but you're looking at your own cool reflection in the door of the bus. It opens up, and then it is at this point that you issue these words of comfort to the serpent after everyone else is filed on.
Oh no, I say back to Rosie, there's nothing wrong with small. It's fine. Think about that, tiny Rosie. Maybe maybe that's a message you need to take to heart.
I'm not listening. I'm marching up the stairs on the bus right now.
Oh, sure.
As this august body enters the bus and it continues on, once you're about a block and a half away, you can see a couple curious young people, cans in hand, approach the fresh canvas that has been provided to them on the side of the 7-Eleven. Now, in the as the as the bus reaches the next one, a little bit less of an aerobic experience here. You are basically deposited almost right at it. And you can look down at the Polaroid and see it perfectly reflected here on this wall before you. This is a little bit larger scale piece. This is at the Woolworths department store.
Hell yeah.
And you can see right on the side, like this is not the kind of youthful, heavy metal oriented indiscretions that you had so recently managed. In my mind, Chris, you're carrying all of the supplies and no one else is carrying any supplies. Does that feel correct?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
How many supplies are there? Is it enough to be like? I know it's a lot, but it's like
it's the
unwieldy.
big. It's the tray. Yeah, it has to be, right. It's going to be like the tray for the roller. There's going to be like a bag that's got some used rags, and then there's some clean rags, and then there's like the larger format. Like it's going to be 2 things of paint.
Well, we sort of all understood that Chris was going to carry it because he has the largest backpack.
Yeah.
Kind of a horde person.
Yeah,
right.
If you will. If you will.
Hordes person, because there's multiple types.
Oh, there's more than one horde, obviously.
Yeah.
But no, it is in fact, it is. So imagine that the camera is lingering on the Polaroid, sort of against the glass of the bus window, and then imagine that as it comes down, the truth of it is revealed, and the Polaroid only shows a very fixed portion of it, that it in fact extends somewhat beyond to the left and right from the original design. And it's something like it's trigonometric insofar as it is a series of very sophisticated.
You dopes, come on.
Here we fucking go.
We all had to take it.
Here we go.
Well, I'm not gonna try to do it too much. I'm gonna try to.
Now let's hear it.
I'd like to hear.
I want it.
So it's clearly mathematical in its construction, even all the way down to the fact that the Cartesian plane itself has been established firmly on the wall, and the loops and whorls that form almost like a butterfly or moth type shape erupting out from that origin.
A Lorenz attractor.
I'm not gonna be specific, but but imagine that as it erupts out, the colors begin to shift. The other one was quite simple in nature. This has got crazy oranges and yellows that describe the inner arcs of these strange wings, and it sort of bursts out of the wall in. It's noteworthy. It leaves an impression on you.
I just say aloud, but mostly to
your snake.
To my snake. No, mostly to Walnut. What band is this?
And Walnut goes, and she thinks of any other band she's ever heard of. She goes, Twisted Sister? I don't know.
It almost
M, like Metallica? Yeah, it could be.
It almost seems like a shame to get rid of it. Like it doesn't look like some slapdash, graffiti, right?
Yep. They've
gridded it out.
Well, no, as I suggested, I mean, everything is erupting from this. If you turn this in at school, you'd get an A. Like it's
yeah.
All right. I guess the question, yeah. So I look at Chris and I go, so you just want to leave it? Like not clean it up?
We're supposed to get rid of it. It doesn't look like it belongs on a Woolworths, right? Because now I'm like, art is like commissioned.
Yeah, art is about context, ultimately.
Is it signed?
Yeah, like no. What is? Okay.
No, unless this, strange butterfly is itself a kind of moniker. There is no identifiable name on that piece.
I bet this is some kind of test. I think we're supposed to figure out whether or not we should follow instructions and erase this graffiti, even though it is very, arguably pretty nice.
Yes.
No, they told us to do something, so we should do it.
This is cut and dry. Learn by doing. And I grab a thing of paint and I throw it at the wall.
Oh.
As that splash strikes it, right around the corner from the front, a man in a Woolworth smock says, "You goddamn kids!"
Oh,
only the cane has kept him from being within striking distance.
I say, he did it. The one with the paint on his jacket. Get him.
I say, no, we're here from the school. We're the C team. We're supposed to clean this up.
we were told to clean this up.
By
Sir?
a grown-up, much like yourself. Oh, God. Can you get in trouble again?
You see him reach up and adjust a hearing aid. It may be that this comment was not audible.
I put the mop down because I don't want to present like a youthful threat to this old person, and I adopt like a, in DS9 it's the Ferengi supplicant.
Yeah.
But like I want to show that we're not running away.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything bad.
Yeah, you're good kids.
Yeah,
you just got to see, and now you have to engage in Sisyphant treks around Spokane.
Okay, I'd like to use my charm ability on this guy.
You can use skills.
I'm so good at manipulating adults.
Mhm.
Y'all don't even know.
Well, we may be about to find out.
Yeah, I'm doing this partially to like flex and show everybody my cool power, but also because I don't want this guy to beat any of us up, and he is a grown up, and that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Like he could call her mom or Principal Grant, which would be the
Yeah.
worst. So I'm like, hello, I'm Rosie. It's
So you
nice
come
to
out
meet
in
you.
front, the emissary.
Yeah, I'm out in front, and the dimples are out, and
God.
the gum chewing and the high ponytail, and I'm like, hello, Mr. Do I know this guy from town? I mean, it's a small town. Do I know a Woolworths man?
This is. You think that he's probably just some kind of a day manager here.
Okay. Does he have a name tag?
The name tag says, let's see, Gray.
Gray. Okay.
Gray.
Mr. Gray, is it? It's so nice to meet you. I'm Rosie. We go to Mead Junior High, or Mead High, depending. I can't remember. Was it Mead High or?
It's North. It's Northwood.
Oh, we go to Northwood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mead High is where Brenna went, and it's a wretched hive of scum and villainy, like
Right.
Mos Eisley in Star Wars.
Northwood. Okay.
The movie.
We are from Northwood High, and we are here to clean up graffiti. We started by erasing the artistry with the paint bucket, which is an established technique that we were taught that helps us not focus on how beautiful the art was, which it was, but this helps us just focus on really getting it clean, and making your store really beautiful again.
If this is a role,
it is.
Let me also help, because this helps everybody if we don't actually get in trouble.
Yeah.
And I also think that I'm the least troublemaking in appearance of the group.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a skate punk, some sort of a bully ruffian.
And
And then this tiny girl, but I'm still wearing my school uniform from when I went to private school.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be that Catholic schoolboy outfit.
Because it's just easy to make a choice in the morning. It's already been
Yeah.
decided.
Okay, what a comfort it is. Now, so why don't you dish up, looking at the sheet that I have for Rosie B. Stinger,
Yeah.
charm, heart plus charms, pretty good for you. I see 8 dice.
Yeah. And then a one from Chris. Sorry for
Mhm.
Chris. God.
Yep, so you're
Okay.
throwing 9 as well right here,
Yeah.
and you're trying to get 1 success.
Yeah, you would hope for that, but I got 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 5, 1, 3.
What the F?
Yeah.
Are you lucky in this game also?
Oh, I am. I am quite lucky. Okay, so that if I use a stroke of luck, then
You
that
re-roll
means
the failed
I
dice
can
pool.
re-roll
All failed
all
dice
the
in the
whole
pool.
thing. No way! That's
Get it, girl.
awesome.
Get it,
Oh
girl.
yeah, that's way better. I'm gonna have so much success. I'm so lucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 6. Yes.
It's like,
This is statistically significant.
yeah, it's
There's something to be observed here.
yeah,
This is
it's
not right.
right.
Means something.
It is right on the ragged edge, and you can tell, like the entire time you're talking to him,
Yeah.
Gray is making minute adjustments, first to the left hearing aid, and then to the right. But whatever portion of your presentation managed to penetrate both ears has caused him to do it. Has caused him to say, "So you're from the school?"
Exactly. We are from the school, and we are here to clean up the town. Wink.
You're not here to do another one.
Oh no, we wouldn't dream of it. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
He looks directly at Douglas, who must fit some archetype he has in his head.
No, not even him.
I'm all-American boy.
You're the one who took his daughter away all those years ago.
There's some template here that he is applying to you.
I'll charm him. I got a huge charm too.
Let's see it.
He would love me the most.
Love me.
Dish it up. Okay, so now essentially in some way, Rosie has established some kind of social dominance hierarchy test.
Yes.
And so now each of you is attempting to leverage this social power
Wait,
for no other reason but to flex.
Is everybody charming then?
No.
Only you
I like the
and
idea
Douglas.
that, like,
You and
we-
Douglas.
Not gonna do it.
Two of the meaner characters are the ones that can turn it on and like trick old
Exactly.
people.
Exactly.
It's malevolent, honestly. So let's see it. We're talking about 8 dice for you?
Yeah, I've got
Real dice?
yeah, I got real dice.
Well, toss a handful of them. Let's see what you get.
So does this mean that if he fails, then we undo the success and that he's mad again?
No.
Like he just sprays him in the face
Like, it
with a
won't
can.
fail. All right,
What's that?
I got 3 6s.
The
Okay.
number of the beast.
Now, I will tell you, and I will tell everyone else. I mean, of course, we've flipped through it. But charm in this game means that obviously what it says at the top level, but that also includes lie, befriend, and also make people do what you want.
Mhm.
So the 3 success threshold is a pretty substantial. Like you have turned his impression of you like on its ear. But I need you to show me what 3 successes looks like.
I don't even know that I say too much.
It doesn't.
I just kind of
For him, for this older gentleman. I mean, those signals can be. They don't have to be verbal.
no. It's more like he sees the Letterman jacket, and I toss my all-American.
You put like dust off the letter a little bit.
And I flash a smile.
You're like, we're here to help.
Yeah.
You have the mop.
And I push the nerd, and he's like, "These are all things growing up in the 50s and 60s I admire."
Right. The old man, like you push me and he's like emboldened, like he feels a rush of something from youth that he hadn't in a long time.
Yeah, that's just to see that civic spirit, the spirit he thought was gone.
Yeah. I salute.
Oh my God. It's
Just
like,
in case.
it's Rockwellian. Jesus.
Oh no, God, the salute.
The old man, he just starts to weep a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like this country's gonna be fine.
Oh God.
The kids are all right.
He pulls a flag handkerchief out, daubs the corners of his eyes. Yeah, he nods a couple times, as though he were a GIF. Turns into a gentle smile, and he sort of like bobbles back in around the front corner. There is no question that he'll be talking with Denise about this tonight. Yeah, it's going to come up.
They're gonna talk for the first time in weeks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I
Finally,
so held
on the men.
Yeah. Now, so that having happened, when you now look back at the wall, that heavy splash of paint, where it has struck the face of this wall and its perfect, flawless geometry, the wall itself has begun to sag very near the center of this diagram. Drooping like an oversoaked sponge cake. It's begun to pull down along the wall, even now distending this butterfly shape into something yawning and unsettling.
Oh my God.
It's like it punched through the center of it, and even the weight of the paint has pulled down on this, and you can tell from around the rest of the structure, this is a cinder block wall. This isn't some siding. This is a brick and stone and mortar construction that is mush.
Are we seeing the lines of the grid are bending?
They are drooping down, and the central part of the portion of the shape, like the body of the butterfly, that in itself is almost hanging ragged underneath, and the edges of it have begun to sort of almost separate with a cold breeze that is like pushing out and bubbling underneath the rest of the paint on the wall. Like bubbles are beginning to form underneath the thick, still wet paint.
I'm gonna grab the paint mop.
Yeah.
And stick it in there.
I'm hiding behind Douglas. Like,
Yeah,
That's what he's for. You pay him for this.
$1
Rosie.
a day. $1 a
I'm
day.
curious if we see it morphing, like what it feels like if the paint goes in, but
That's water damage. I've seen this before. We got to tell Mr. Gray that it's not just graffiti back here. I won't get in trouble any worse.
I don't think water damage does this to a cinder block wall.
No, it doesn't.
What else does this?
This
Hornet
feels like a
nest?
someone else problem to me, guys.
Can quicksand be in a wall?
I've seen a lot of weird stuff. Like I've seen like galls in a tree, things that look weird, like walls that are infested with stuff, and like I want to like get close and like just kind of like check it out. Like, do I smell something weird? Do I listen? Do I like hear like a hive behind the wall or something?
Oh yeah. So you're thinking it could be a situation where bugs.
I'm thinking there's a situation
termites.
where there's a rational explanation for this.
Stone termites. Just so I would tell you have to tell me everything that you do so that I can tell you everything that happens.
Okay, so I walk up and I go like, oh no, this is fine. And I'm like,
Little paint will fix that up.
I'm listening. Like, do I hear water running through the wall? Do I hear like, I don't know, squirrels, whatever? Like,
yeah. You're like, yeah, okay. I mean, obviously it's a marmot, classic marmot situation.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you get up, and then like as you get up, those bubbles in the wall, they're sort of like almost like blisters. They're continuing to grow, and one of them just like pops and spatters the left side of your face with paint, and it is ice cold.
Okay, well, that happens to me in my body, and I kind of stagger back, and I go, "Hey guys, I think something's wrong with this wall."
Ew.
You done right?
Are you okay?
No doy.
Covered in gross graffiti.
What happens if I rub it? Like if I try and rub it off?
Because it was so cold, it flakes and peels right off. It's
Okay.
like a latex type paint. I mean, it just comes right off.
What the?
But being as close to it as you were, you can almost feel something like a breeze that's issuing from, like, what is clear is almost a tear
Mhm.
in stone.
As I'm trying to spread the paint around, is it allowing itself to be spread around?
It's like you're, imagine a kid, imagine yourself, I guess, scooting mashed potatoes that you don't want to eat around on a ceramic plate. And
Oh.
you are using the extended rod of this mop, and you're essentially almost sculpting it closed. You're trying to join it back together, like you're filling it.
Yeah, there you go. That'll do it. Let that set. Just give it a little time in the sun.
Yeah, no, it's and yeah, the shape is sort of like drawn down and drooped. But you've sort of put it together. This is very scary, actually, to see, Brian. I was like,
Yeah.
Brian, this is
Right.
actually quite scary
Too.
to look at. I need you to have a head for this game, just for my own use. But yeah, it's like you've sort of like gone over and like scooched it together, and it's sort of like that's pretty good. It's like, imagine if you were a child that had been co-opted into some strange public-private partnership, and you were mostly just trying not to get into trouble.
Yeah.
That's the job you've done, and it's not terrible given everything that's happened so far.
I'm like, hey, I think we can call this one done. On to the third one.
No. And I turned to Chris. I'm like, hey, nerd weirdo, what is going? Have you ever read anything like this? You're always in the library. You must know what this is.
No, I don't know. So I say, I don't know. Like, I don't know about what's going on with this wall, but I wonder what it has to do with the graffiti or the paint we used. Like, I look at the paint can to make sure it's not like hydrofluoric acid.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're looking for the like the chemical registration, and
Yeah.
it's like safe for use on.
Right. Yeah. Can paint.
No, it's
without-
not. This isn't something. That's not something that you did.
Would
You
I
did
have
not
ever?
introduce something to this that caused this.
Would I have ever run across the symbol that's represented in the graffiti? How would I determine this? Because I have investigate, but I have comprehend. What would that give me?
What's the difference between investigate and
If I
comprehend?
just look at
That's a
it,
good question.
think about it. what would I do?
Comprehend is sort of like comprehend is sort of in this game, like, think about like a Call of Cthulhu type thing. Comprehend is sort of this game's like library type skill, where it's basically in the right place you can use that to amass and then come to the correct conclusions on information. Investigate is more traditional. I mean, this also maps pretty well onto that as well. But that's like, look at something, check it out. It isn't about like research and about the thinking. Investigate is about gathering information, right? Like physical information from a place.
Oh, I'd happily do that prior to comprehending something. You gotta do that.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
see, where is it only affected by the paint? Does it interface with the grid in any way? I feel like we should call Ms. Droma too, if we find a payphone. Yeah,
I'd love that. That would be amazing. Does somebody want to pop a quarter in?
After you do this investigation check, let's call somebody.
Okay, so let's see here. I got investigate is a +2. So do I do my total mind plus investigate?
That's it.
So that's 7. All right.
Yeah. This game is not about math. It's about telling stories with your friends, really.
All right, I'm gonna use Google will tell me what 7 d6s do. Woo! I got 2 6s.
All right, now, so for your use, if you have 2 6s, that means that you can ask 4 total questions. And so let me give you a few of the types of questions.
I just want one. What's going on with this wall?
Yeah, what the fuck's going on with this wall?
The other three, if anybody else got some ideas, sure.
Exactly. Because this is like a high adventure type game that we're putting into a more dramatic context. It's what is hidden here and where is it?
Right. Yeah.
What does it mean? What has happened here? How can I get into, out of, past something? What threats can I perceive here? And where is it? Like whatever it might be.
Okay, these are the two things I want to know. Number one is like, how did what we do affect this? Is it just the contours of the paint that's causing this?
Exactly.
And is it and can I see if it's interacting with this symbol in a specific way? And then number two is like, is the building going to collapse as a result? So do we need to go tell someone that there's a big problem? Or is this surface level?
Yeah. So in terms of the inciting event that created it, you think that this wall was very weak already, weakened perhaps by whoever had done this before.
Oh.
Whatever process they undertook, this wall had been weakened. And it's sort of like, if you had extreme water damage in a wall, it doesn't take much pressure to put your hand right through it.
Right.
It's just that generally speaking, we don't associate that type of structural weakness with stone.
Mm-hmm.
But that's basically it. You think that it was actually just the weight of the paint splash sort of pulling and dragging it down.
I see. So, and then in terms of like structural integrity, because it's stone, am I concerned for our small town's Woolworths?
There are metal girders at pretty regular intervals as well. So this side of the wall is actually, if Douglas's job will suffice for the time being, if he has moved the mashed potatoes correctly, you don't think this is going to fall down as a result of your labors or inaction.
Okay, then what I would present to the group then is, I don't know. Well, I don't know what's going on with the stone, but it looks like the paint didn't do it. It looks like it's already weak, like over here. Douglas, like, can you poke this part where paint didn't fall, just part of the graffiti by itself? Even if you use the back end of the mop.
Yeah.
Just the handle.
Yeah, sure. I do that.
Okay. What do we see?
So this is away from that central area.
Yeah.
The damage itself appears to be like hyper localized around the center point of the graph, and even a couple feet away from that.
I see.
Integrity is retained. So it isn't as bad as it might have looked initially, but that locus is where this effect seems to be.
What's wrong with this?
It feels like a wall.
Yeah, everything else is kind of okay.
It just gets weak as you get to the center.
Right. Almost like it's being as though it's being drawn down conically.
We should call our teacher. What is this drawing, and what does the teacher know about this? Maybe it is a trap for us to.
Now you're in. Now you buy it.
This seems too specific. She knew, I think, maybe.
It seems like someone just hates Woolworths. Maybe Sears did this. I don't want to be drawn into some corporate espionage fight.
Right. Corporate
retail chains.
All right. Well, I am not going to be the one to call Dolores. So one of you needs to.
Got it.
Oh no.
I'll happily do it. Yeah. I think I should be the one.
All right,
no, it's like not it. I volunteer. Yeah, is there a payphone nearby?
There is a payphone. There's a payphone out on the northeast corner of this block.
Okay.
You can enter into its confines. You lift up the heavy white and yellow pages volume, affixed, of course, by a kind of little ergonomic arm. You slide it up, sort of like separate it, try to hold it out together.
Good,
Find the
yeah.
school's number, punch it in, and she is available to speak to. You feel like her day is probably pretty easy at school.
Yeah, which she's just waiting for success to return to her on a
Well,
bus.
yeah, exactly. Success to accrue to her through your labors. She says, Chris, what a pleasure. I hope that you are receiving the spiritual and physical nourishment that comes from creating a better world.
Miss Drama, we're out here by the Woolworths, our second task, and the graffiti is weird, and the building is falling apart in the back, and I don't know what we're looking at, but maybe we should call like a structural engineer, or I'm just worried about the safety of the building because of the paint.
Chris,
But I don't understand why that would cause an issue.
Chris, I know that we've only just met, but I know that we're going to do incredible things together. Don't you feel that too?
Yes, maybe. Certainly. I'm open to it.
I think that getting to the relationship that I know we're going to have, it has to start with honesty, Chris.
Oh, no. I'm not lying. I'm saying there's damage to this building, and we found it by trying to cover up the graffiti, and I just wanted to inform someone.
It wouldn't accrue to you if it was something that perhaps Donald had done.
Or
Douglas.
Yeah.
Is it? Sorry, it's from the previous Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
It wouldn't accrue to you if it was something that Douglas had done, but I would hate for your first assignment here with us at the C team. I would hate for it to result in a call home, and I think that the best outcome for us here is to begin as we mean to go on in a spirit of honesty. And I need you to be honest with me, Chris. And I have to say, this is the last thing I expected from you.
Hands that are shaking in my hand.
I need you to do the best that you can there, and I need to make sure that you're doing what you know needs to be done. Can I expect that from you? Is that?
Will you accept this gift?
Is that something? Is that you can always expect me to be honest with you? Is that the way we can move forward?
Yes, Mrs. Troma.
Thank you, Chris.
See you later. Goodbye.
There's no answer.
Okay, sure. I deserve that. Come out, and we have to talk to Mr. Gray.
What?
She thought I was lying. She said Douglas did this. She thought maybe he was involved. I didn't say it. She thought it. This building is going to come down.
None of that is our problem.
And one old man and 2 Woolworth shoppers are going to die.
Yeah.
1.5 Woolworth
We're
shoppers.
going to lose an old man and a washer and dryer.
And some of the merchandise is probably even worse.
I like this math.
Yeah.
All right. Look, we were told 3 Polaroids, 3 locations. Unfold the map. 1, 2, 3. We get rid of the graffiti. We go home. We're home in time for at least 3rd period. We were not told to repair any melty walls. So I feel like this is a little out of our purview.
Okay. Let's paint. You're right. We'll just put paint. That's all we're here to do, is make sure it doesn't look like this anymore.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Kraken.
Perfect.
Paint mop.
Perfect. So you're able to resolve this this second excursion. Again, another solo effort from Mr. Straub.
I think it takes a long time this time because we're trying to not have it all come peeling off.
There's a lot of, it's like trying to frost a hot cake.
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
bare minimum amount of
Right.
paint to be opaque.
Exactly.
But not to. All right.
Exactly.
It's
And
Mom
it's,
can't know.
No, and you're struck by it. The closer that you get to it, just the knife edge balanced combination of abandon and precision just required to extract these kinds of arcs from these materials.
Oh God. Oh, I see. Yeah, this took time, a lot longer than we're covering it up with.
Yeah. So Rosie, you looking at the map as you have done, it's actually quite close to the next one. Isn't going to require a bus ride, you don't think?
Oh, thank God.
It's about 8 blocks north of here. It's not going to be a big deal. This portrait has another. This is another example of. This is not teen labor of the initial variety. Again, this is something more in this this new vein. And it's the same diagram, but inverted vertically, transformed. Like a series of like experiments, variations on a theme. The spinning of a tumbler, perhaps.
No, not this. No.
No, and so we'll do it just like we did last time, where we have to imagine that you're looking at the image, like the Polaroid, and
Yes.
then, but when it comes down, the building that had been inscribed thus is gone. There is no building at the address. There are a couple bent beams that look like they sort of like almost fallen in on each other and have now almost clung to one another in a doomed structural romance over a not steaming exactly. The cartoon version of this I'd have some more leeway. But inside it is those two things have joined together and held each other up, and they do so over a black chasm. It's deep, and it's hard to tell how deep, because the darkness of this material seems to misconstrue light as it strikes it. It is incredibly dark, and you think deep, but it's not something you would test without a mop.
I do immediately what any good hit kid would do. And I go up to the edge of it and I go, whew, got ourselves a hole. And I throw a rock in it to hear how far down the rock goes.
You throw, tell me about the rock. Tell me about the rock that you are searching for. You're just going to grab something around here. Maybe it's a corner, like an edge corner of a brick.
Yeah, sure.
Imagine a brick that's been sheared maybe about in the middle so that it has a sort of wedge shape.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, something that's like at least this much.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you throw it down there. It's substantial, and it comes to rest maybe 20 feet down at the bottom, and you're like, huh, okay.
Yeah.
And then it falls through.
So it lands and then it continues to fall.
It lands and then falls through the base of this
I just go.
And so you're here, and you can hear the fire trucks, like the full panoply of emergency professional adults, are on their way to this. They're on their way to this venue.
Oh.
There is a poster on the wall next to you that says, "Prep your paw pride. The homecoming game is in 5 days. Show the Mead Mustangs that the Huskies are both bark and bite. Happy learning. Signed, your principal, Miss Grams."
Oh no!
God,
Even here.
she's everywhere.
I love it.
Even here. So yeah, so it has come through, and then it has fallen down into some other darkness.
I know what I'd do. But do we have time? Is that a...
Well, we have 5 minutes. Do you have enough time to cue it up?
I think so. I say to Rosie, can I see the map?
I'm bent over the map, obsessed with it. I'm like, no, this is the right address. This is what it says. It's 2433 South Pine. And that's exactly.
Oh, you can't be wrong.
No, I can't be wrong.
Of course.
Of course
Yeah.
not. Yeah. Like, no. This is exact. It says it. It says it. I hold it up to Chris. It says 2433. And that is where we are. That is that building.
Of what I want to know is, like, is it the loop? Is it something? Where is the closest hub of that company's enterprise? You know?
So I'm not hiding the map from you. If you know like where these conduits are, these ley lines, then you can see the map completely from where you
Here,
stand.
God. Oh, here. No. Are we ready for something cool?
No.
Here.
Finally.
No.
No.
For long years.
That's very hurtful. Rosie,
You die.
and you have all of your books with you?
As many as I could bring, yeah.
Okay. I want you to do 2 checks.
Okay.
The first one is a mind comprehend check.
Okay.
I know.
It's not great, y'all.
It's a real shit show. Now,
It's a
other
3
people
+ 0.
other people can help you, and you also have a little bit of luck because you're so young.
Yes. Okay. So what am I attempting to comprehend here, or are you going to tell me after?
I'm going to tell you after if you get
Okay.
it.
All right.
How do I lend? I have a +2 in comprehend.
Ooh.
Right.
I got +3.
She might not reveal it. She might not reveal
Oh,
it
okay.
here.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't even know what I'm
but-
comprehending. So
It's exactly right. Exactly, because we're talking about the point at which a person arrives at a conclusion from
Okay.
information.
5, 5, 3.
553.
Nothing. Not doing it.
Now, are you looking at this? She was talking to you about this, so you are looking at the same map.
Mhm. We're looking at Chris and I have the same map.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Chris, these 3 points are equidistant from your house. Precious Channel, Shadow Council, Mayor Labors, please you. We will be back in just a moment with more of the C Team. Don't go anywhere.
Oh.
Hello, and welcome back to C Teams. Of course, when last we saw our heroes, a pertinent revelation had just come up, which is that
Homecoming is upon us.
homecoming is upon us. Obviously, get that worked out ahead of time. You don't want to be out there alone night of. No, these 2 strange symbols, variations on a mathematical theme, were inscribed upon walls in 2 separate places, absolutely equidistant from the home of one Chris Straub.
Yucky.
It's plain now. It's plain. The information has been accruing. There are some revelations to consider.
You said that, so we're here gathered.
Yes,
Walnut threw a brick in, had peculiar behavior in the center of this hole.
Yes. It's almost like it's like it's not like digestion, but it's definitely it's just decay. It's pulled itself through. It's away from. I mean, you can look at the picture and see a piece of art on a building, and now it's become something like its inverse.
Mm-hmm. Did you mention, or maybe I misheard? Are there authorities en route?
Yes, I did.
The Wii U.
The Wii U is en route, and this is the. Not only is there a Wii U en route, there is Wow Wow Wow, which is one of the other ones.
And the whole like.
Yeah, they're all coming.
Boo, boo, boo,
Whip, whip.
Yeah. Oh, there's a couple of those.
That means they're here already. You hear whip, whip.
Did it.
Yes.
Tugboats are coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Boo.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Classic stuff.
A long, gleaming black car beats the others to this to the venue, and it dispenses a series of men who look as though they were stamped from the same device, functionally speaking. Not to the extent, we're not talking about a cloning situation, although that is canonical for the C team.
Oh, that's another word that starts with C.
Oh, I'm aware. R. Yeah. But that's the, so they have come out in advance of the rest of the important adults. And they are taking a keen interest in everything as they begin to fan out in their own kind of geometric pattern. They have begun to take a profound interest in the students from Northwood. Two of them achieve escape velocity from the group and come to rest very near the gathered group that is already throwing things down into the hole and having fun. You don't get the impression that these men are the defenders of fun as a concept.
No fun for you.
I immediately throw.
You think they might be the fun police?
I throw Danny under the bus immediately.
Whoa!
And I say,
I'm dead. Oh, metaphor.
the bus is here.
Always on time.
She's the one who threw the brick.
Whoa! Right away?
Immediately.
Wow.
The weaponry tilts its angle. All of the devices that tilts the angle. You can see the earpiece now and the tiny pigtail cord descending from it. You see bulges underneath the coats that that indicate that these gentlemen exist as a legal framework unto themselves.
Okay, when I see with the things trained on me,
everyone else has disappeared. Keep in mind that for them, Douglas, Chris, Rosie, they are not suspects anymore. Now it's only the bad girl from the sticks.
Oh no!
I go, oh no! It was just a brick, and then I start pulling things out and just dumping them on the street from my backpack. Like I have like a green little gas station knife, and I just like throw that on the ground. I put my skates on the ground. And then I have my books that like my 3 books from the library, and you see like it's just like a weird smattering of literature. Just
I notice Can I notice the titles of the books that she throws
this
down?
is it. This is it.
You certainly can.
Okay, I would like to notice them. What are
Notice them.
You notice them. Annie on My Mind is one.
Annie on My Mind. Okay.
Mhm.
These are some deep cuts for people. A book on Greek mythology about Artemis and Callisto in particular.
Okay.
And then a copy of The Awakening.
Oh boy.
Okay. So this is some gay shit.
Yeah, no Sappho in here.
God, I love how blind to any of this that Chris is.
I don't think Rosie
Chris
would
is
pick
still
up
on
on
like,
that.
I wonder if she likes me.
What was the third? The third one was it?
The
Oh,
Awakening,
The Awakening.
featuring
Awakening.
Edna Pontillier. No, fun fact, all books from my childhood awaken my eyes.
Of course.
Anyway.
Of course.
Yeah, and she sees that, and then she sees Rosie noticing, and she just like pulls out like old, like I don't know, like package store
Kleenex,
receipts
whatever.
or whatever, like Kleenex, yeah, exactly, and just like just kind of like cover that up there, and then she's shaking out her little JanSport. She's like, no, nothing.
I scrape up as much courage as I can, and when I shout at first, or when I yell at first, my voice breaks, and it's officers, we're from Northwood School. We just talked to Ms. Droma. We're here to clean up graffiti. It's part of our school project. We're from the C team.
With
So-
Like the police are like,
What do you got, Douglas?
with the distraction of Walnut, drawing focus, and Chris trying to also say something to them, I recede into the background, looking to run at first opening, just bail.
I'm so surprised you weren't like, got him here, officer, citizen's arrest.
Yeah, not even gonna. I don't want to interact with these guys. No way.
keeping
I
them
am
warm for you.
taking off.
So you notice something strange, Chris, when you begin your litany of all the things that make you and your group absolutely anodyne and beneath notice. There's no note of recognition on the face when you mention Northwood.
Okay.
If you were from
Public
here,
school, it's in the
Right.
district.
They
if
wouldn't-
you were
they're not
from here,
locals.
you'd be like, okay, Northwood, right? Out of town, for sure,
That's not
for
good.
sure.
Y'all ain't from around these parts.
Yeah.
And then I cock my gut. No.
They don't recognize our high
From
school
the
authority.
board.
Yeah.
10 out
Um,
6.
When there's no recognition on this guy's face,
Yeah.
I cannot help myself, and I lean. I like interject in this conversation, like, Northwood, the Huskies, state champs,
Husky football.
81 through 84.
I point to the poster.
Any-
It's
anything?
right there.
Yeah,
Which
this poster, homecoming. Yeah.
The Fighting
Just
Huskers.
Just talk to Principal Grant.
She'll tell you. She'll tell you everything.
She'll tell you.
She saw it all.
It's not. That's not penetrating, Rosie.
Has
That's
oh
go right ahead. I mean, as you've done everything that you can. Now there is 2 fire trucks. There's an ambulance. It's the full order. This is the number 1 combo of emergency services. It's been ordered, and it's just arrived.
has
don't
an
know about you.
opportunity emerged for me to run away?
Absolutely.
All right.
You ran, I think.
Can
I
I,
think you did
can I
good.
sneak, or do I need to sneak? Because I've got good body
Yeah.
and sneak skills.
Please do.
All right. I got 1.
One's all you need, kid.
Okay.
And this is the best part about it, is that so you cut. I mean, tell me where's Douglas cutting? Like, what's his mental calculation?
I mean, away from whatever puts visual obstacles between myself and adult authority figures. So yeah, I don't, cops, men in black, firefighters. I don't want any of them to see me. So I kind of slide to the background, and then I'm out. Call me
Exactly.
Midnight, 'cause I'm on the lam.
Yeah. So there is the alley that is behind this. From the photo, it could have been like a corner pub, something like that. It's just a small, flat, one-story, unassuming building.
Yeah.
Now a hole. You basically, like, while that attention is focused, you pull around the corner, but this alley sort of has it's clearly been around a while. There's like a row of like a hedge almost that goes down the middle of it. It's so that a traffic can go both ways in this alley.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come around the corner, you can see an agent of some kind, like looking down and listening intently. At the second you come around the corner and you get just to the other side of this hedge, and you can either break completely away or head down. I mean, it's up to you. But there was a sliver of time where you could pull it off, and you found it.
Nice. Then I'm going.
Just gone.
I'm going. Yeah.
Just gone. You got your bus pass?
Yeah. I'm not. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not trying to get in trouble.
I know. I've got that same. I think I noticed Douglas take off, and I'm having those same calculations of like, if these weird cops call my parents, I'm going to be in so much trouble.
Oh yeah, this is an extinction level event, and it's like the first day of school.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, I think I'd like to also try to sneak away.
Yeah. So you made your case. It didn't really happen.
No.
The weapons have been turned back to the weirder of the two kids.
So weapons are drawn then. It's not just like, be careful. It's like, no,
it's yeah, exactly.
Oh wow.
It didn't work.
No.
A failure of sneak.
But we saw you try.
You all saw me try to get away.
You try to like hide dice like, in your palm to get a 6, and you're like, damn it. They're like, you were trying to get away.
I'm like trying to casually take the same route I saw Douglas take, but when I turn, there's a fire engine blocking the way. And like there are dudes coming out of it. There's no way out.
Exactly. Now, the crush of all of this metal and noise has given everyone who remains here an opportunity to engage in a flight reflex. So as this place has become a maze of metal and giant trucks,
I see. There
is an opportunity to get out. And I just want to know which kids are good and which ones are pulling it out.
Oh,
I think I just fucked up, right?
Well, yeah, like I figure I'm in it. Like I know this got something to do with my house.
Perfect.
There's nothing to be done, and you're gonna get shot if you try.
Oh, no! I'm like on the pavement. I'm like, no.
Right down.
No.
You're all like the kids in ET, but like when they're being chased by the federal agents, they all go, "Yes, sir." Yeah, it's like the opposite of the giant chase scene. It's like, no, please, we give up. Take the alien.
I think I imagine to myself, Douglas is going to get Mrs. Drama. That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to get caught if I was him, but he'll bring help.
Exactly.
No, I wouldn't have abandoned Chris at this point, but also I'm gonna die.
So it goes like this, and it's lights, sirens, like it's at the apex of terror and volume, right?
Yeah.
And because this is a movie, the very next scene is all of those things gone, normal uniformed police officers waiting, and then just a succession of your parents' cars. So whose mom comes first?
Blech.
You know what, Chris? Let's have yours come last.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So, but between Rosie and Danny.
Well, my mom doesn't work at an office, and she
exactly.
does not abide by any speed limit.
No.
Signs.
No, she's got to, but also she's got to come all the way into fucking town.
No,
I'd like to go first because I want Walnut to see this. I don't want Walnut to be gone yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rosie's mom pulls up, and it's like one of those Honda Odyssey minivans with the wood paneling on the sides.
Oh, the strip.
Yeah. And like she opens the passenger door. She comes out. She's also super tiny and kind of this like little round lady. And she's very nurturing. She's even like, she's like, let's go all the way. She's wearing like a scalloped edge apron that's like baby blue, and her hair is up. And
she came right from home.
She came right from home, and she is clearly ticked off because she probably has something in the oven. But she trundles over, and she's really fussy about Rosie. But one thing that is abundantly clear is like, there are a ton of kids in the back of this van, and they're all screaming. And this van is not expensive. It's like, there's a door that doesn't match, and her mom is wearing kind of shabby clothes. And so she's but she's very sweet. She's very nurturing. She's like, oh, sweetie Rose, what happened to you? Oh no, it's like this. Did they do anything? Why? And because Rosie never gets in trouble, you know. She's like, but Rosie's like, yeah, we should probably just go home. She just doesn't. She wants to minimize the amount that people see what her actual lifestyle is like. And so she has
to compress that. This is not the brand.
Yeah. And the back door, that back sliding door pops open, and there's an older version of Rosie that leans out. And she says,
no.
she goes, I can tell this is going to be a pretty good story. And Rosie's just like, you don't even know. And she climbs in it. She's like normal. She's just a normal kid for a second. She climbs in the back. You can hear screaming. There's limbs everywhere in the back seat. These kids all clambering all over because the mom's not going to leave them home alone. So they all got to come to the police station. There's barely room as Rosie like climbs in, and she makes eye contact with the rest of you three. And she's like, there's this like veiled threat that's like half fear of like, if you ever fucking tell anybody about this. And then the door slides closed on that.
Incredible. So that vehicle pulls away. A couple minutes later, a truck with a dog and a chicken. Still,
a different chicken.
You got to drive. Yeah, exactly. The other one worked.
Yeah.
Now we just got to keep working through this.
Well, now,
we got to work through this
they
roost.
all want to ride. They heard one of them got it, and now
hey,
riot situation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So do you come over to the passenger side door?
I come over to the passenger side door.
Your mom doesn't look. What do you say?
So I go to get in the back, and then I feel like I need to, like, there's an unspoken, like, I have done a bad, and now I need to make myself available for the talking to that I truly deserve. And so I go to get in, and the door doesn't open from the outside. It's important that you have to reach in through the window.
Exactly. This is too real. And so you reach in, and as your hand grabs the latch, your mom just puts the thumb out like this, makes a fist, and just jerks the thumb toward the back of the truck.
I understand this completely. I throw my backpack in shambles in the back. I hoist myself in, and I just sink in the corner, like next to the glass, like between the wheel well and the glass and stuff. And the dog is looking across me, and it is this, as if the dog is saying to me, Onyx is saying, like, even I know the true horror and shame you've brought upon this family, that we had to, because I know it's like, you know, I'm sure after this is all over, she's going to be like, hey, I'm glad you didn't run. I'm glad you didn't make it worse or whatever. But no,
it's going to be okay later. Later on, hold on. Later on, there is going to be farmhouse apple pie with cheddar on top.
Absolutely. Yes.
But it's not now.
Because, listen, I don't know if you had this thing, anyone else from a small town. You only do one thing a day. And she already did come into town. I'm going to come in again. That's a second thing. And that's unacceptable. So anyway, I get in. That's two things. So I get in, and I'm shrunk so small for being the oldest and everything. And then I just kind of like tap on the glass, like, okay, ready to go. I look sheepishly over at Chris and Douglas, and I go like, okay, see
Oh, is
it.
Douglas there?
Isn't he? Oh no, he's gone.
He's
I'm out.
gone.
So he's not
Oh
even
right,
there.
you're right. He left.
Absolutely gone. And he's, you get off scot-free. I mean, you're in trouble
Right.
because of the school stuff, but Douglas is able to get all the way back. You go back to school, finish the day.
I was gonna say, I want to go back and tell Minnie that everything. We're like, hey, job well done.
All right. Well then, let me finish up. I looked.
Oh
at,
no, we're not done. We're not done. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I look at Chris, and I go, sorry, buddy.
And I muster, like, it's gonna be real bad.
Yeah.
So, Danny, about maybe 70 to 80%, like you're not home, but you're not in town.
Mm-hmm.
Like as soon as you're sort of outside the city proper,
Oh no.
she starts to feel a little bit differently about it. Just something about the city. Just something about the city and the people there.
Driving on those streets, it's stressful.
About 80% of the way home. Now you're back out north. You're moving out into the prairie, toward the orchard. She reaches back and knocks like on the window, like she's just looking for the yep, exactly.
I was gonna say, yeah, I slide it open.
Yeah. And she just reaches her hand back through the space in the window.
Yeah, I grab her hand, I squeeze it, and I go, sorry, Mom, I don't know what happened.
She says, you'll do better tomorrow.
And that hurt worse than anything.
Right?
No joke.
She reaches back, bends her arm in some impossible shape.
Yes.
And manages to slide the window shut.
Yep.
The next vehicle that arrives is yours, unfortunately, Mr. Straub.
Rip.
Oh, it's a Buick Skylark.
Nice.
I'm trying to. Oh, I was going to say
Incredible.
it's a Buick Skylark, and from it emerges a drider.
So
I'm disappointed.
no, she says, I'd hoped that involving you with the C team, I was hoping that it would be good for you.
Wait, paint the whole picture. How's she dressed? How's she looking at him? All that.
Yeah. We'll have to tap into. That's not something I'm not sure that I can do. I mean, I can picture it. I can picture it. Yeah. So this is hypersensible genes. Sort of like a purple ruffled blouse.
Oh yes, yeah.
Right. Purple ruffled blouse. Bracelets on the left wrist. Gold earrings.
Nothing, yeah, not like incredibly fancy, but
no.
it's incredibly considered.
Yes,
meticulous.
It's a mood board of a mom, and she is driving the car. And she says, I hope that I was doing the right thing, involving you with this C team. I hope that it would give you something that you needed. I've been worried about you. We haven't discussed these walks you go on late at night. I didn't know how to bring it up to you. I just wanted you to have space. I wanted you to have what you needed, and I felt that you would bring it to me. Once you had figured it out, I thought you could bring it to me, and we would be able to figure it out together. Where are you going at night? so late?
He after a long pause. I don't understand why the police came. We did everything that she asked us to do. I don't. We were worried about the building coming down, and I don't understand why it wasn't why we got arrested. Even we were just there. The teacher said I did what we were supposed to do.
I know that you did everything you could to keep what is happening now from happening. That's who you are, son. You can tell me where you're going at night. You can be honest with me about it. I know that you leave around 1 or so. Is there someone you're meeting?
I don't speak, but I do shake my head.
I know you bring your backpack with you.
In the layout of the town, there would be a place where would be near where my dad worked, or where my dad worked.
Yeah.
But certainly for security reasons would be fenced off.
Yes.
And there would be a guards and all that, certainly. But
absolutely. So obviously the loop itself exists out north, but it's going to have these repeater stations and like any other power infrastructure, there's going to be things that need localized management.
Right. And I just say to her, I go where Dad worked. I mean, I can't get in, obviously, but I don't know. It's like I just want to be near where he was.
Because it was possible in this era, she decouples her seatbelt and she reaches over to pull you closer. And she says, I miss him too. Now, we have a slight configuration shift. I'm going to establish a scene. In this scene, this is a party line call between Rosie Beestinger, Douglas Blitzen, and Danny. And the purpose of this call, Rosie, is that you think it's quite strange that Chris's house is equidistant from all of these places and all the bad stuff that happens. Plus, you heard a lot of sticky action on the bottom of the shoe from Chris. You saw him checking out some extra paint that was inside the coat. You're starting to build a theory here. And it is so unlike the Chris described in your book that it is intoxicating.
Okay, so one of the only splurges that my mom gave me, because I'm spoiled, even though she can't afford too much, is I do have my own phone line. So I call Douglas first. Ring.
Ahoy hoy.
Oh my God, you have to stop answering the phone like that. Okay, I am going add. I'm gonna call in Walnut to Danny. I'm gonna hold on, and I do the conference call, party
Yep.
call.
Click. Yep.
Click, and I dial. I do
God, I didn't gotta do that. This is learning for me.
I go to the kitchen, which is the place where the phone is. The phone.
The central one.
Now, the only phone. It's very important. It's only in the kitchen. It is a black rotary phone, and it is at eye level, and the cord is coiled and so long it goes all the way to the floor and back up, so that you could go to other rooms. This
For privacy.
for privacy. And I pick up the phone and I go, Grass Family Orchard. Can I do you for?
What is Danny short for anyway?
Oh, hey, Rosie.
Hey, hold on. I have Douglas on the other line. Let me get you guys with him. Click,
I
click.
don't like to. Okay.
Okay. We
What
need.
up, Gilberts?
Oh, please.
Yeah,
Don't say-
where were you, Dougie Fresh?
Not getting in trouble.
Yeah, well, we are all in super hot water, and don't worry, I'm going to make sure you pay your fair share of this. But that is not what this call is about. We need to talk about Chris. What the heckity heck? Did you guys notice? Did you guys see it on the map? His house is right in the middle of all three of those Polaroid spots that we were supposed to clean up graffiti. Right dead center, right in the middle.
In the middle of all of them? Even the Megadeth?
Even the Megadeth one. Yes. It was right in the center. And then when he saw that, he got all sticky on his foot. And then it got really weird. And I just don't listen. Here's what I know. I'm going to show you. And you guys hear the shuffling of papers in my notebook.
Russell.
Russell. Okay, here's what I have in my paperwork about Chris Strout. Loves God, fears mom, and pet snake called Legati. But there is nothing in here about some creepy Bermuda Triangle horse crap.
Well, if there's 4 points, I don't think it's a triangle.
Oh my God, nerd, missing the point.
Well, if you're thinking that he's the one doing the graffiti, like he doesn't really strike me as the artistic type.
Ugh.
Sorry, what is this?
What's this in regards to?
He was the best. He
I'm
was the
sorry.
best at cleaning it, though. I mean, he was working that mop pretty well.
He was
Covering up
almost
the
like
evidence.
he had practice.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I think. What time do your parents go to bed?
Oh, what? Well, the sun's down. I mean, mom's been in bed for hours.
Excellent. Douglas? I know your parents go to bed at 8:30 and then they watch the late show.
9:48.
as-
I watch religiously at the clock.
All right. As soon as my parents are in bed, which should be in just a few minutes, I think we should all go to Chris's house and confront him.
Wait, you want me to sneak out? Do you know how far down the road I am? It's going to be school time before I get to you.
Don't you have a bicycle?
Well, yeah.
Well,
Oh, geez.
That sweet bus pass too.
We could confront him at school
Oh,
tomorrow.
no. Well, I
think we need to be at his house. I guess we could do it tomorrow, but nighttime sounds like more fun.
Yeah,
I
I told Minnie that we did everything she asked, and
Her
she
name
said,
is Dolores. We haven't met Minnie yet. God.
"Oh, I keep calling her.
Hi.
Minnie. I wrote down Minnie."
that's actually
Minnie's
really
on the
great.
poster.
Can't even get the
It's
teachers.
better. It's better if it's Douglas.
Better.
Honestly, it's better.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway,
Well, listen, I think that Chris just seems kind of like a lonely kid. I mean, like I feel for him. Maybe he's just, I don't know, working some stuff out, right?
Yeah, you think he's working some stuff out, Danny?
be a-
Does that ring a bell to you, Danny?
I don't know.
Hmm.
What?
Way.
No?
All right. Well, I'm going to go to Chris's
Can-
house, and you losers can be there or not.
Can I
Douglas,
instep-
you're not excused. Yes.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
OOC and step something into you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Danny has access to a pickup truck
Oh yeah.
and a learner's permit.
I've been hoping this the
Yes,
whole
yes,
time.
yes. Okay. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. Just borrow your mom's truck.
What are you talking? I can't borrow my mom's. And then I look to like see if like somehow my mom got out of her like, farmer's coma. I'm like, I cannot take the truck. Are you kidding me?
What's the worst that she loves you? I've seen she thinks you are the coolest, and she's not gonna get mad at you.
Yeah, she thinks I'm the coolest because I don't steal her truck, Rosie.
And we'll be back before dawn or whenever you farmers get up.
Before dawn.
Yeah, perfect.
That works for me.
Yeah.
I go.
Just be at my house in 10 minutes. I hang up.
But oh no.
Oh man.
That ends the line.
Yeah, that ends the line. So I go like, no.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
Okay.
This is this is the fantasy.
Oh man.
This is exactly what I wanted. Okay, so give me everything, Danny. So you go out and you have the keys in your hand. Oh, what kind of keychain does she have on there?
Oh, this is really important because my mom is a practical woman. She has, there are keychains you can get that if you are like into boating, and they're like a big sponge and it makes your keys float. Exactly.
Float, yeah, of course.
My mother is so practical that were she ever to be on a pond or on the lake or on water, she would not lose her keys. Has she ever been out on a boat in my whole life? No.
Oh no.
Oh, that's precious.
But I want you to know that I'm sitting there and I'm standing there in the dark. I'm looking up at the dark house. There's no lights on. And I'm looking at the pickup truck. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I don't need to do this. I'm getting peer pressured by little kids. Yeah. And I'm just like, why am I doing this? And then I think about Rosie and I think about her book of secrets.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know everything that's written on the page for me. I don't know anything that's written on the page for me. And that thought fills me with so much dread. I get into the pickup truck. I turn it on. I know how to turn it on. I also know that this girl is loud. So I turn it on and then I just look to see if the light's coming on in the house, and it hasn't. And then, as if I could, try and stealth it while it's like bucking out the driveway and then just glumping down the gravel road at like 2 miles an hour.
Extremely good.
This is flawless. This is just exquisite. Now, here is the next portion. We go now. You have, unless there's a specific moment where where the pickup truck rolls by. Oh, actually, I need this. I need each person also getting into this truck.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Well,
so I need Douglas truck and I need Rosie truck.
Douglas, you go first.
Actually, that's perfect.
Shotgun.
Yeah, shotgun. I'm thinking he wouldn't want to sit in the back. So
Never.
with just the expectation, shotgun.
Yeah, I pull up and I open the door. I like lean over the bench seat, open the door, and I go, get in, loser. No, I'm joking.
Look,
I say, hurry up, come on, man.
Go, nice ride.
I go, yeah, it is nice. It's my mom's. Let's go.
Where's the chicken?
She's in bed. Duh.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I slide in.
Asked and answered.
Yeah,
And
so
then I buckle back up and I go, hey, and just so you know, we do not need to talk on this ride.
just so everybody's clear. Exquisite. So as you're pulling back out of that cul-de-sac that has been essentially, transformed into a private realm for the Blitzen clan. The light is on in Kathy's window. And I'm just saying that for camera purposes, we can see that she has seen the whole thing.
And then I see that she sees the whole thing.
Nope.
Because anytime he drives past her house, he's
always looking.
That's even better because now it's like, okay, this is going to be something I have to explain tomorrow on the way to school. So Rosie, tell me about give me the Rosie factor.
Okay, so Danny, tell me about the cab of your pickup truck. Is it only a 2-seater?
Well,
Really?
you could fit like 2 parents and a child. But
Well, we have a child.
well,
I am.
but
I am
I
a child.
pull up, and I want to say that like Douglas and I are both like, like pretty broad-shouldered types. And so we're taking up most of the space in this thing.
Okay.
And I look at Rosie and I just, without even thinking, I'm like, all right, hop in the back, let's go. Just climb on in.
Excuse. I was all like set to be like really humble because you saw you in particular, Danny. I have made fun of you for being poor at least once, and then you saw my actual life situation. So I was going to be like, but when you tell me to get back in the back of the truck, the bitch comes out, and I'm like, no, Douglas, scoot over.
I mean, I scoot as much as I can scoot, although I don't know how much room there is.
There has to be at least a micrometer of space between us at all times. So I scooch over and I'm going to be driving like this.
You have one arm like outside, and then you got the.
Oh, I'm like holding like up top. I'm like,
I have plenty of space.
Yeah, you have like the oh shit handle, and then like.
Yes.
Exquisite. So you arrive at where the Straub house to be. It is
The place to be.
the place to be. He's in
this
the
must
place
be
to
the
be.
place.
You gotta go. You gotta check it out for yourself.
At this point, it's fully 11 o'clock at night. And so what is your plan for this? What is your plan for this stakeout situation, this confrontation? What are you thinking about?
Oh, actually, yeah. Let's say we address this to Rosie while we're driving.
Exactly.
Yes.
So what's the plan here?
Like, what are we
great.
doing exactly? We're gonna go beat him up or something?
No. Oh my God.
Ow.
No, we're
I
not
was
gonna.
told the wrong thing.
You can. That's because you operate on one note, Douglas. No, we're not beating him up. We need answers. We need answers about what happened to us today. We saw a melting building. We saw what had to be a building that had sunk into the ground and made some kind of creepy hole. And it's clear that it's that weirdo's fault. Like, what is going on? I need answers tonight. I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
Yeah. You make a good case.
Yeah. I mean, if that's how it's gonna go, then yes, prepare your fists for some punches.
No. Oh my God. Look, I'm gonna drop you 2 off, and then I'm just gonna go back home.
No, you are coming with us, Danny. And I don't even look. I was like, nope, it's all 3 of us.
Wow.
And
Can
I'm
I roll-
driving like.
Can I roll
impossibly
leadership?
slow.
Can I
No,
roll my lead?
No, I want you to roll leadership. Yes. This is an incredible opportunity to show off how leadership works. And so for you, because you are you, which is to say Rosie B. Stinger, your lead ability is 2 and your heart is 5. So that's a pool of 7 dice.
Excellent. I got 2 6s.
That's
All right.
perfect. So what that means, I want you to indicate this, use something on your desk maybe. You have a total of 4 dice
Aha.
now that you can give to friends for them to succeed on their rolls.
And at what point, like, is it when you ask them to roll that I give them the die, or when they are failing, I can help them at that point?
Well, no, your dice have to be a part of their pool when they roll them.
Okay.
So basically, you're like, essentially, this bossy, this 12-year-old mafiosa is establishing the hierarchy. And as long as you sort of do what she says, you can get benefits on your rolls.
So the way this works narratively is that by just being bossy, for some reason, Danny and Douglas, this is oddly reassuring. Like you feel like you're able to put your doubts and be like, well, if she seems so confident. And there's also a second benefit, particularly for you, Danny, is like you feel like you might be getting in my clique.
Yeah.
And this is this is oddly something that's like attractive at school. And even though everyone's afraid of me and I am a monster, it's like there are benefits to being in good with Rosie.
I feel
Absolutely.
like she just feels the pressure coming off. Like she's not like, ooh, I'm going to be part of the inner sanctum. She's like, oh God, maybe I won't be a target for these people.
Yeah, you just don't want the downside,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's just floors it.
So as you culminate your Independence Day tier, a speech of encouragement and invigoration.
It's more threats and lies than
there's no.
From around the edge of the house, you see a dark shape emerge and run off into the night.
Does it look roughly Chris shaped?
Yes. The backpack is there, the silhouette is there, the coat is there.
That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him.
Chupacabra.
Is he running along the road or is it like in the back? What's up?
Right around from the edge of the house out to the street, and now just moving up the street, but at a high rate of speed.
On all fours. Like a horse.
I turn the lights off because it's easier for me to see.
So it's just street lights.
So it's just street lights, and I just try and keep a pace with them.
I'm still trying to struggle with the door. I'm like, how do you get this stupid door? There it is. Okay. I bail and I'm running.
He could have used these moves earlier today. Could have got away from those cops.
No. It could have worked. Now, let's see. Looking at your character sheet.
Don't.
Danny K. Grass. I'm looking for, give me a tinker.
You would like that, wouldn't you, you sick? No, I'm joking. All right, so I get 4 of those babies.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm joking. Of course you would like that. It's great. Come on.
Nothing.
Okay. So you hit the gas, you're trying to move up, and the Chris shape just cuts off down an alley that you don't expect, just like burns it down. Rosie, I am looking for some comprehend here, or any other skill system that you think would be interesting to try to back this up. It's just like, it's like in the movie where it's like, no, they're over there.
What about, how do you feel about empathize? How would that work in this situation? I can empathize with the struggle of trying to tinker with the car.
I think that's interesting. Or you could be trying to figure out where they're going.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's the most likely use of that skill, I think.
Okay. 3, 4, 5. Nope, nothing.
Okay. Yeah. What do you got, Douglas?
Well, how does pride work? If we're having trouble with the car, my pride is I can run like really fast.
Push the car.
This is so kick-ass. No, dude, this is kick-ass. So basically you're like fucking get out of the way. Like you get over Rosie. Yes. And then you just book it to find them, and then the truck is coming up behind.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like I chase him down like a cheetah chasing down an antelope.
Oh, yes.
Oh, dude, this is so cool. And so you've got like on the back you have that like there's that reflective strip like around the edge of the jacket, like on the neck or the sleeve. Mm-hmm. And so Walnut, which is to say Danny, is able to follow you through. So you're going to use your pride because you're very fast. Instant success. Well, why don't you go ahead and give me a body move anyway, because you can get bonus successes.
Okay. I got 5 body and 3 move too. So
I know. This should be pretty good.
Physical stuff. I am just a big old athlete. We got only 1 out of 8.
Perfect. Well,
that's tough.
That's going to give us a couple solid turns and then even switchbacks. So at one point, Chris cuts through a yard and just basically makes a beeline straight across, and you're able to gesture to Danny to sort of follow your lead through. You give her some indications with your hand.
She drives straight through the yard.
Yeah. Kill.
I will.
Through the house.
No, and she pulls it around. You emerge over here at a it's a you store it
Mm.
like the like a multi-storage type facility.
Yeah.
It's late. It's just before midnight when it all gets electronically closed. You're able to come in with the truck, and you come back to like in the far back corner. There is a few of the bulbs on the light tree blinking out, shuddering, issuing only gray light. They turn off, and you can see silhouetted in the against this back wall, essentially the security wall behind, not any of the garage doors or anything like that, but the actual brick wall that surrounds the entire complex. And your headlights show Chris, whose eyes are completely closed, and their shadow is sort of cast up against the wall, and the wall itself is emblazoned with a massive version of the butterfly shape. And so their shadow is in the center of this, and the wings erupt from both sides. And almost like falling, like being from a standing position and falling asleep, Chris falls backward into that butterfly shape and is drawn back directly through the wall.
What?
Okay, now this is the big problem. This is where the gameplay changes a little bit. Okay, what I need from everybody here, and I'll tell you what your problem is in a second, Chris. I need to know what these kids are going to do to try to rescue their friend who has fallen back through this, secure in the knowledge that it may be that their friend doesn't necessarily want it.
I'm in like farm girl, like autopilot
Solving
mode.
problem.
I pull the truck right up to the front, and I like right in front of where it is, and I go.
Does
Douglas,
she have a winch? Does she have
Douglas,
a
help
fucking
me
winch?
with this, and I get grandma's rope at the back of the truck, and I start hooking it up to the front of the car, and I go, Douglas, let's go.
I am in shock, but I run over, panting because I was running. I'm like, man, he's really fast.
Yeah, it actually, like, somewhere underneath there is the heart of a champion.
It was just it's all wind.
I admire. Yeah, he's got wiry speed.
He should go out for the team. Yeah.
Which team? Any of them? It doesn't matter.
All right, so I'm like, I already got this thing tied up around my waist, and I just like put the rope in Douglas's hand, and I'm like, you count to 10 and then just pull.
I am too stunned to object.
I'm in the wall.
Yeah, exactly. So you've pushed yourself through. Now, of course, Rosie, we got bonus dice for our friends and allies here for you to distribute as you want. But
absolutely,
there's also something for you here too. What's your part of this plan? So we have a rope plan, we have a pull plan. What's the Rosie factor?
Driven absolutely mad by anybody having secrets that she doesn't know. And this building, what just happened represents a gigantic secret that she was not privy to.
Oh no, this is a new class of secrets.
This is something that's drawing her like a magnet toward it. I think that Danny runs in before Rosie has a chance to, but Rosie follows that rope that's just like sticking out of that. Rosie reaches to kind of like touch the wall near the rope and just see what it feels like.
Yeah, absolutely. So you push. So your attention, Danny, is basically to push your way through, follow him into this place.
Oh yeah.
It's like he's fallen into a mine shaft or something.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So in problems like this, there's a very specific mechanism. We described it a little bit before the game, but I want to make sure that everybody understands it and is refreshed. And certainly our friends at home deserve to know as well. Big problems have a success threshold. So what I need from the four of you is 8 successes.
Oh, what?
Good God.
I need 8 successes.
And what are we rolling? How many dice do we
Oh,
roll?
don't worry. Everybody's going to use
There's no
their
way.
skill.
There's no way.
Everybody's going to use their skill to do their part of it. We're going to aggregate all the successes. Now, this is something like a strange dream, Mr. Straub. There is a voice. It would be hard to categorize it, even as a single voice. It's just a waveform that's just pregnant with information, and it is offering you. The others were tests. This mural has been the work of 3 weeks, and now right here at the edge of it, you are so close to that certainty and real answers, comfort and peace. Answers to questions you can't ask because they're too painful to ask. Now, because you are also Cathris, we have to figure out what you are doing here, what your part of this is as well, and what you will do to accomplish it.
So here's where I'm sitting. Am I in, and we can maybe figure it out from that. I'm communicating, I believe, with this.
It is, yes.
Concept.
And the information just comes in as though in response to your own questions. The answers are simply delivered in line.
This is the fundamental issue I am sitting with in doing this night research and wondering about my dad. The central problem that's tearing me apart is that this is not, my dad died, something happened to him, and I was told that God has a plan. But this is not God has a plan. I don't think my dad is dead. And all God has a plan has done is make everyone give up and accept. My mom did not even try. I shouldn't have been able to do this. Find my dad's notes, see what he was working on. So how do I let these things rest beside each other?
Right.
What does it mean?
Exactly.
That's not a source of peace and comfort to me anymore.
Right. So when you
now turn that into rolls.
Yeah,
turn
exactly.
That into dice.
For sure. Well, we can. All I want to know is what, given this strange opportunity, and this has just punched a hole entirely through the theology, right? Given that, and given access to this new place and some of this new understanding, you have an opportunity to deal directly with the stuff of the foundation. Mm-hmm. What will you do in that moment? And once we figure that out, then we'll know what to do.
I want to know where he went, and I want to go where he went. And I want to ask him.
Perfect.
I want it from him.
Yes. Sorry. I did miss it. So, yes, this is how I think that will go. Let's take a look at the bookworm skill sheet we have here. Your father is the most fundamental contact you have. Mm. And such, leveraging and communicating such intimacies has a very specific role in this. There is a role called contact that is a heart skill. And what it means in game terms is that to know the right person and to get a hold of them. So all we're doing is using the metaphysical version of it. Now, I could not be more pleased. So let us handle the part of this adventure that exists outside this hole. First things first, I think Danny has, without a moment's hesitation, plunged herself into this to get you. We will handle that part first, and we will start accruing some of these successes.
Whatever I'm doing, boy howdy, is it a move? I feel like that is
guaranteed.
I guarantee you that's the role that's happening here.
And you get since my leadership speech affected Danny and Douglas,
Correct.
you guys two you could just split the dice pool, 2 each.
Okay.
Nice. That's smooth. So if you're looking for body move, like this is you are trying to make Jammer.
Yes.
Right? That's what's happening today. So you're going to combine your body and your move, and you're going to get your 2 encouragement dice.
God, that's 10.
From the teen queen of crime.
Here we go. I'm just gonna start rolling them.
Oh God! In
Talk amongst
sequence?
yourselves.
Holy.
Yeah. What a pool.
2 more.
What a pool.
Oh God. I'm gonna be brutally honest with y'all.
0.
I got 1.
One's enough.
Out of
1.
10 dice?
Well, we do need 8.
We
So
could have ended it there. Yeah.
1 is a success. Now, are you ready
For this
for
job,
me to
yes.
tell you about something else that happens in this game?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah?
I do.
There's a whole line of things on your character sheet. We haven't gone into them yet because we haven't been testing, because we've been playing the game. The danger hasn't been where it's at right now. There is something you can do called push. You can use push. Now you're older than Rosie, right? You're older than Douglas.
Yeah.
So you don't have luck that you can use to reroll dice,
No, I don't.
but you can hurt yourself to save a friend.
Which I will do, without a doubt.
Now, which are we going to get? Are we going to go upset, scared, exhausted, or injured?
Oh, I straight for injured. She's that because like she is like always like falling all over herself, getting dunked on at Derby,
Yep.
like injured.
Yep.
no
She knows
stranger.
about it. It doesn't even
Yeah.
phase her, right? So that's 9 dice that you get to reroll.
Incroyable. Okay. Let's clear this. Come on, dice roller.
And also, how are you injured? How do you injure yourself, Danny?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oh, I'll tell you.
I'm excited. I'm
I'm
excited.
excited too.
One more. Oh, baby. Disgusting. I got 3 more successes on that one. So we're
Holy
up to
shit, dude.
Thank God.
4.
Whoa.
It's
Okay,
honestly.
so you're tied up. How do you hurt yourself?
Well, tell me about the space. Like what's
Yeah. So
what are-
so basically that aperture is wide enough imagine a dark Kool-Aid man, right?
Yes.
So Chris has fallen back through it and you go right through that.
Mhm.
I mean, in my conception, Danny is actually far more substantial than Chris,
I would assume.
right? Yeah. So it's soft, but not everywhere you think it's going to be soft. And you come through this hole
Mhm.
and the sides are fine. You're able to push through the bottom. You hit your head, like pushing through this, you basically hit your head like deep scrapes on the left side of your face.
Okay.
You don't feel it. You don't know about it yet, right?
But it happened.
But it happened. And you can see inside this, you can see like against some luminous canvas, you can see Chris making the same inscription, but in this other place, making a 2-layer, basically making the projection of the butterfly inside this other place. And you can see it, and the light is being cast from the surface beyond him. Like you can see the work beginning, right?
Mhm.
Next up, we have so we have to figure out between the next thing that we should do is probably Rosie.
Okay.
Out of this orientation, we should do Rosie.
All right. What do you want? What do you want?
You tell me what Rosie is doing here. She's already contributed 2 dice, so
Right.
I mean, big success already there. How are you helping your friends in this? Now, you said that you were sort of feeling along the rope. Oh, this is great. So you were sort of feeling along the rope to get to follow Danny in, right?
I don't know if I'm following Danny in, but I certainly want to put my hand against this wall and to feel the sensation of what it is.
Yeah.
And then what the movie scene of that is like this shitty little Rosie like reaching toward the wall, and you think that it's just like, oh, she's just sating her own curiosity, and she is, but then whatever happens, her hand, the camera's on her hand, and she grips the rope.
There we
And
go.
she's there ready to pull as soon as Douglas starts pulling.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So what I would like from you is let's get an investigate.
Okay.
So basically, you're going to be there, feeling your way through that aperture. It's coming apart in your hands like bread pudding, just chunk after chunk. So give me that 4.
1 success out of 4 dice.
Perfect. The running tally, gathered throng, is 5 successes.
Okay.
So and that has had the functional effect of making that return trip much easier on the way back out. Now, next up is Chris Stroud. So already you know that there is fundamental certainty in this shape, and as you are working this shape into this new surface, it's something about the real shapes that limits its power, that limits its availability to provide certainty. Only here in this new place can you truly inscribe it. So we are looking for the contact, which is you. As we've suggested, I love the interpretation that it's just being able to contact, knowing the right person and getting a hold of them.
Yeah. And then by some fortune, Kate, you also made my contact very high. I guess it's by like process of elimination. It's not going to be charm. It's not going to be lead. So
yeah, it's just that relationship.
Plus, as like it was like kind of a warlock joke. You'd be able to contact a patron.
Yeah, contact other plane.
Yeah,
that's what the whole character got started.
Now I'm in the plane. Let's do that contacting. Okay, so that is going to be
6 big dice.
66. All right. I'm not going to do them in. I'm going to do them in parallel, thanks to Google.
Yeah.
I just searched for roll 66.
And you also have an unused pride.
Oh, that's true.
So you can start by succeeding and then bolster that success with the roll.
How many were we at, success-wise?
Right now we have 5 successes. You'd be surprised how many rolls of 10 dice will come up with nothing.
God, I guess so. All right, I'm going to. I'll burn a pride. There's no better time to do it.
At the end, absolutely.
Yeah, I have to know. I must understand. So that's 1, and then 66.
66, the number of the beast.
It gets me 1 success.
Perfect.
So we have
7?
a total of 7.
Yeah, I have them written down.
Hopefully,
Hopefully Douglas don't fuck this up.
With the least skin in the game. Here comes Doug. He might be at home already. We don't know.
So Chris, you are describing with the use of this implement, this paint, you are describing these arcs, and you can sort of see it's this material in front of you, as I suggested before, is luminous in some way, and you can sort of see in it. You can see yourself, like a shadow of yourself, cast into the surface of it as you draw these. I almost destroyed a part of my room. As you draw these wide arcs, and there's a moment of realization just here at the end where you look directly through, and it isn't your reflection at all. Somewhere your father is describing the same incredible arc on the other side of this membrane. And if it happened once, it can happen again. So you have gone in, you feel at this moment of revelation, you feel incredibly strong arms grip around your trunk. Douglas, it's time to bring this home.
All right.
Let's go.
Come on, Doug.
And I count to 10, and then.
You have +2 and then another 1 from me helping, I think.
Oh, okay.
I can see that.
Then I get 11 dice. So,
Oh my God, please.
in the movie version of this, you just
it's always the movie version.
Chris being grabbed, and Danny just being like, "Come on, Doug," and then Rosie being like, "Come on, Doug," and then you cut back, you just see the rope laying on the ground. You see Doug running away.
He's got another. You got another one of those.
Truck.
I said you get another one of those Slurpees. Like you're like, it's pretty good actually. I like that one.
He's not even running; he's walking. No. He pulls the rope. All right. There's no way I can lose this, he said, tempting fate.
Oh God! Come on, Dougie.
I killed it. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I got all 8 for you here.
Jerry, does he rip me in half?
You're torn in half and killed.
But then I get to stay with my dad.
Did you win too much?
Yeah. So that tug, it pulls you, and then Rosie, you are also sort of attached to this rope. Like you're like, I'm helping, and then you are pulled back just because you're trying to hold on to the rope.
Yes.
May I recommend then?
Yes.
The weight of that success, Ryan, that as the rope is pulled clean, and I assume that Chris is also pulled out.
Yes.
Clasped, holding his father.
That's totally fine.
Ooh.
That's how we can end this for sure. So essentially, you get grabbed, and then you reached forward, and it is like cellophane. Cellophane.
Yeah.
You grab, and you pull him straight back, and she pulls you straight back, and she pulls her straight back, and he pulls the entire group out in a pile. At this rapidly closing aperture behind. That is actually where the adventure ends. But no, it's okay. See, this never happens. Like in a regular game, you'd be like, hey, wait till next week. That's not how this game ends. This game ends where everybody gets to do an epilogue scene for their character. That's built-in part of the game.
Yes.
So we all get to say, it's sort of about life returning to normal, even under these circumstances, right? It's about us getting back into, there's new revelations, but we're okay. We made it, right? We succeeded. And we can introduce new wrinkles for a future game. But this is basically a chance for us to exhale, right? Resolve the game, resolve some of the feelings of the game, and then prepare ourselves for the next round. Right? So who wants to go first? Because I have one for you, Danny. If you don't, it might happen anyway.
I was gonna say, I feel like I have to drop everybody off. Like, does it happen this night?
Yeah, you gotta. I'm saying that can be your part of this resolution, right?
Okay.
Your part of this resolution can be your task as like delivery service.
Yeah, so I feel
what
like
an awesome dude. That's a fucking badass epilogue. Are you serious?
Yeah. So I think I drop everybody off back in the order in which I picked them up.
So Chris's house pretty close.
Yeah, and I drop him and his dad off.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like you get out front like the clutch goes,
Yeah.
and then one by one, lights begin to come on inside the house.
Yeah.
Out front, the door is flung open, and she is there as these two return on the porch.
Should I continue? Oh no, it's to you.
No,
Yeah, I
Right
was
now we're
gonna
doing
say-
your part of it, maybe the emotional.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So,
let's cut back to Chris.
Yeah.
after.
So then the truck, it's like, you know that this is for them to do. The truck pulls
Exactly.
away. Now it is Chris Straub's turn.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, if I think that mom like is at first mad. She's in her like house coat,
Yeah.
and then the figure behind me is clearly who he is, and that her face changes into one of recognition and shock, and Chris says, "Mom, I found him. I found him. I knew. I just had to follow the signs." And mom's like, praise God. And I say, well, we'll talk about it.
All right. We have another stop. Let's see. So next up is Rosie Stinger.
Yes.
That's the next drop off.
Yep. I think so. I tell Danny, like there's like a silence in the car as we're all kind of processing what we just encountered, and
Yeah.
none of us know quite what to make of it.
I bet it's really quiet.
It's really quiet. And just before I hop out, Douglas, are you in the middle again?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this would have thematically worked the best because then Chris and his dad would have been in the
In the
In the
yeah.
back of the truck. Yeah. I figured we let them have their
With some
moment.
chickens.
Yeah.
huddled in the cold.
Yeah.
Anyway, I as you come to a clanking stop in front of my house, I kind of wince because I know that, my mom's a light sleeper, but
Mhm.
I lean over and I look at the two of you and I'm like, we'll discuss this at school tomorrow. And I hop out and I go to the front door,
Mhm.
and before I can open it, it opens and there's a figure silhouetted in the light, but it's not my mom.
No.
It's my older sister.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Incredible.
My
What's the
my older
face? What is the
sister,
look on the face?
She's got her arms crossed, real bossy. And she's like, where have you been? And I was like, I'm not even worried she's gonna get me in trouble because she and I are just like peas in a pod.
Tight.
She's just mad to be left out of it. She's like, where have you been? And I was like, I go, I have so much to tell you. You have no idea. And she looks around. And just as the door is closing, she goes, is that Danny Grass?
Fucking too good. It's too good. All right, now Douglas.
Yeah, so it's just Doug and Danny, I guess, being driven back in silence and Doug reflecting on his little mini character arc, where in one moment of heat he bails on everyone, and then the next he is the one to pull everyone out. But he just kind of says like, "It was a good idea with the rope." Like his best little.
And Danny goes, Danny's like, she's like, yeah, man, earlier, if I could have run, I think I would too, but man, I knew you'd pull us out. That was really cool of you.
Yeah.
Is this a TV movie? Because may I recommend that Douglas says, I guess one person really can make a difference.
It's always
There's just this awkward shoulder patting moment between the two of them, and then when Danny gets the truck to the gate dividing the gated community from the rest, and just like, you can let me off here, and then he hops out, and after the truck drives away, he doesn't go in the gate.
No.
Scurries over
go through the pool house, right?
No, scurries over to
over to Kathy's
house. Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. Get the
Ah.
breakdown. It's right outside the wall.
To do what? Who knows? To throw pebbles at her window? Who knows? That is
Just to look.
not for this tale.
Oh.
Exactly. Right now, so you Boo. You do your part, and then I have an epilogue that leads into the next game. So
Great. So my so what time is it right now? Like
right now, this is probably it's probably a good solid 12:30 after you've dropped everybody else off,
mhm.
right? And you gotten all the way back out. No, it's probably coming up on fucking 1:00 after you drop Douglas off. No, it's
Perfect.
1.
Okay. Um so so I drive home and like it gets more anxiety inducing as I go, and I'm like going back and forth to myself where I'm like not even thinking about what just happened. Like that has now been blacked out. That is like too much to think about. Or I'm
Yep.
like, Chris will
Yep.
deal with that. I'm just like, God, I hope my mom didn't wake up. Oh boy. Am I really, really happy my mom didn't wake up. And I pull very quietly into the driveway as much as I can, rattling. I sneak in through the kitchen door, not the front door. I left it unlocked for myself. Um, the dog comes up, but like
Mhm.
not too loud, not too
No,
loud, like still
yeah.
quiet. And I'm just like, oh, okay, thanks. Just chill. We're good. We're good. We're good. Good boy. Good boy. And then I sneak up to my room, and like I get in the door and I close it and I sneak over to my bed in complete darkness, and I just lay down in all my clothes, in all my filth from whatever the hell I just got all over me. And I'm like, oh my God, I did it. And I feel like so fucking powerful in that moment that I'm like, I did it. When they said, come bring the car, I did it. And I like did something that I, never would have done. Like, this is awesome. This is like maybe a walnut. I can fucking do it. And I'm like, yeah. And she didn't even wake up.
Yeah.
And then, like I like settled down for the night or whatever.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, when I snuck in the kitchen, my mom had absolutely just been sitting there in the dark.
Oh, you know it.
Drinking coffee, waiting for me to come home.
Mhm.
She hears my door close, and she's just like,
exactly.
All right.
So you're in your bed, and you've pictured it like you've had this like this apex tier experience. You've tested yourself and won and come through with it. And it's like you're lying back, and it's like you can start to hear like crowd noise, right?
Yeah.
Like you're starting to hear it, like it's starting to rise. And then the very next scene is you at a lowriders versus Booney Bitches bout. It's at the Cat House, of course, which is the
Sure.
Booney Bitches. That's their domain. It's in the old rink behind Patterson's North, obviously, right there on Division. And a girl sits next to you, and you know that it's Brittany Ramone, but she has changed virtually every aspect of her appearance. In this context, she is a completely different person. And then she looks over at you and says, "Hey, I'm B." Now, the very next scene after this is Brittany, like in the light ahead of her, you can see the streak of a tear that traveled down her cheek. And then out of her pocket, she retrieves a sheet of paper that's clearly been folded and worried several times until the edges of it are almost completely disintegrated. And she unfolds it in front of her and looks up, and it says on the page, it says, "Come to the refuge and be born again." That is the end of this adventure, but we have more adventures, obviously. we have there's more adventures to come. Now we can discuss these feelings of betrayal and anguish in table talk. All right, which is next. Thank you so much, Shadow Council. May our labors please you. Thanks so much for rolling through. Of course, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.